In the latest photography news, Luminar Neo has a new update and I'm going to test out beta version. And just so you know, the beta version may be a little bit different than the final version, which will be released on April 25th. And in other photography news, Earthlings have recently photographed this solar flare. Now, getting back to Luminar Neo, they have a new logo to compete and stand out from the other photography applications, such as Photoshop, Capture One, and Lightroom. Now, getting back to the major updates, which I think you'll like, Luminar Neo now has a water enhancer, Twilight Enhancer AI, Luminosity Masking, Object Select AI Masking, and the ability to do batch processing with HDR merge. Unfortunately, HDR merge is still lacking and still needs a little bit more improvement, but the HDR batch processing is a great step forward. So now we're in the new version of Luminar Neo, the beta version. You can see the new logo here as well as the new color scent of orange. So I'm going to open up this photo here, go to edit, go to tools, and you'll notice a new landscape section right here. The sun rays, atmosphere, and landscape tools have all been grouped under the landscape section, in addition with the new Twilight Enhancer and the water enhancer. Before I make some adjustments to this photo, I'm just going to crop it real quick and try to align it. And I want to make sure I get this part cropped out, part of the iceberg in Iceland. So I'll click on apply. And I'm going to remove some of these rain spots that I noticed that was on the lens. So I will decrease the size here, brush some of it away. It's okay if I don't get all of them. And that looks good. There's one here. I'll click on erase. Okay. So now I'm going to go to the water enhancer here. So take a look at the water here. Once I increase the amount, you can notice how it increases the blueness. I can control the blue here. I can also add some green and make it turquoise, or make it look more turquoise. Or I can remove the blue here and just make the green appear. But I think I'll just keep it like this. That looks good. And I can add the original color if I want. And I can increase the brightness. That looks good. And as you can see with the masking, it didn't do a very good job. So I need to correct the masking a little bit. Just paint here. And I'll decrease the size of the mask. Paint here. Paint here. That looks good. I'll paint here. As well as here. And then I will erase this part right here. So that looks a lot better now. So let's see the before and the after. So the one thing is the water is significantly improved, but the sky, it's not matching the color and the lighting with the water. So what I'm going to do is go to Twilight Enhancer. Right now it has a few presets: golden, blush, emerald, mauve, could be pronouncing it wrong, and blue. So I'll just increase the amount here. It'll take a little bit of time to apply, and you can see this new like magenta color of the mauve. It looks like a magenta bluish color, but for this photo I find blue is better. So you can see the image is a lot better now with the blue preset. I can increase or decrease the amount, and the good thing about the Twilight Enhancer is it automatically adjusts the lighting and the color of the foreground or the surrounding area. So here's the before and here's the after. So with this photo looks pretty good now. And then I can make some minor adjustments if I want. Let's say for the water reflection, I can increase the reflection here. Or I can add a little bit of blur. I think this looks good. That looks good. I can mask and refine it a little bit more if I want. I can move the horizon, but the default was good. Let's take a look at the sky. I can change the sky, make it more blue if I want with the temperature. Add a little magenta to it. That looks pretty good. So that's pretty much it for the landscape section here with the new tools, the Twilight Enhancer and the Water Enhancer. It's really pretty good. Like, it does a really great job of quickly adjusting bodies of water as well as the sky here. So next we'll take a look at the luminosity masking. So what I'll do is I'll go to this photo here and go to edit, and then I'm going to go to the Twilight Enhancer first. Actually, I'm going to increase the amount here, and I'll keep it at Mauve. So let's see the before and after. So this preset looks pretty good on this photo. And now what I want to do is make some adjustments to the foreground here. So I think what a good tool would be is to make it more dramatic right here. So I'm going to increase the amount, decrease the local contrast. And now I don't want to affect the sky here with this dramatic tool here. So here's the before and after, before and after. So I'm going to add some luminosity masking by going to masking, go to luminosity. And it's going to take a little bit of time to analyze the photo. And then I can adjust the mask here. So I'll decrease the luminance value or the brightness value and get rid of the highlights from the mask. And then I can also control the shadows if I want, and I can move around the luminosity mask. But this looks pretty good here. And I'm going to go to adjustments, and now you can see the before and after, before and after. It's very subtle. Let me show you the before and after of the foreground here. And let me increase the amount to make it more visible, the before and after. Here's the before without the luminosity masking and the dramatic adjustment, and now it's with the dramatic adjustment and the luminosity masking, and this part is not affected, the sky. So the luminosity masking is pretty cool. The one thing is you can do a different type of masking to control or select an area such as the sky or the foreground using like Mask AI or Object Select AI. So now I want to go and show you Object Select AI. So I'm going to open up this photo right here, and I'm going to go to edit, and then I'll go to the glow effect. Where is that? It's right here. So the glow effect, I'm going to make this toucan glow a little bit and make it a little bit more soft and brighter. So right now I'm just increasing the amount. Soft focus looks good. Let's see the Orton effect. No, I don't like that, so I will stick with soft focus. Now here's the before and after. So you can see the glow effect, it impacted the entire image. So I'm going to go to masking. I'm going to go to Object Select AI. And then I'm going to click on add here. So it's already selected, and I need to select different parts of the image to add to the mask. So I'm going to select this part of the body, and I'm going to try selecting the legs, but it doesn't do a good job of selecting it. So you'll need to manually select that part. But for the most part, it selected the toucan pretty good. And then you can see it accidentally selected this area here. So I'll go to subtract. I'll subtract that, and that looks good. So now I'll go to adjustments. Here's the before and after of Object Select AI. So it was really quick of selecting the toucan here. It just took me a few seconds, and I was able to select the subject pretty quick. Now I'm going to go to the catalog section, and I want to show you the HDR merge, or more specifically the HDR Batch Processing. So with the HDR Batch Processing, I'm going to select multiple photos. I'll select this one, this one, this one, this one, this one, and I'll accidentally select this as well. So I should have 6-7 photos selected. I'll drag it in here. I'll go to Batch Processing. So now you can see the photos have been automatically aligned here or bracketed with the correct photos. Now this photo here is an accident, so I can delete it. And now I can click on continue, and now it's going to merge the photos. It does take a few seconds. And one thing about HDR merge is it's still lacking in terms of fine-tuning the adjustments compared to Photomatix Pro. So hopefully we'll see better tools with the HDR merge extension. But here's the photo here. This is the Playa Lobo in the Galapagos that I took. And this is in Easter Island. So HDR batch processing, it's pretty useful for people that take a lot of HDR bracketed photos. And it's a very simple update to the HDR merge extension, and hopefully I see better updates in the future. If If you guys enjoyed this video, you know what to do. And as always, live easy, sleep breezy, and stay lovely.